everybody, welcome to or back to Carly Phoenix. And since I ran out of ideas on what to do in tonight's video, I decided to share some of my dreams to you guys that I've had recently. Lauren, who is my sister, but Lauren gets really annoyed when I talk to her about my dreams because she believes that dreams are personal and some are worth not sharing, or not worth sharing, excuse me. But again, since I ran out of ideas, I decided to share some cool dreams with you guys. And recently, my dreams have still been really fun and really interesting. And I just learned I can remember no meaning of bragging, but I can remember at least 200 dreams. I like that fact about me. So the first dream is I was at an elementary school on a playground with a few kids and we were spread apart because of COVID. Excuse me, my ear is itchy. Later, I went with two little guys who were attempting to make a monster laugh in two different occasions. Okay, the second dream is Mom and I left to go to a place called 123 Nail Salon. 123 Nail Salon doesn't exist in the real world, of course, but places I never heard of exist in my world. I was a noble at a castle getting ready for a girl's birthday party. A reception, sorry. And there was almost water filling up the castle and ants pulling us down. And underwater, I saw a dance routine. I was at a dance competition and someone was dancing on stage. And I was practicing my aerial because I think I lost it. Well, I still have my aerial on the trampolines, but it's been a while since I've done it on a harder surface. I felt like I was dancing near the contestant, so I went backstage. After she was done, we bumped into each other and apologized to one another. Lauren and I and other people were going to a 2-story workplace, and the hallways were narrow, really narrow. I wanted to get my stuff from the other room on a second level, but I didn't want to be seen by the other workers who were repeating something. And we all went to an open space, and we were just doing TikToks. Later, all of us did an interesting obstacle course where we had to go to the other side using tight ropes, an obstacle. I just said obstacle course, sorry. Tight ropes and swings, so we try not to fall down. One of the dance team members, that's on the team that I go to, fell down, and it wasn't deep as I thought. And so she was okay. So after that, we went to the other side. We were sitting together on the stairs, listening to a person we did awesome, and then complimenting us on the other things. So we went back to the same dance competition, but I had an entire jar of grape jelly. I hadn't had grape jelly in a while. And I kept eating and eating. And I went back home later and I put the jelly on the sandwich because I had no clue what I was going to have for lunch. I had this dream in the morning of band pictures, on one of the days of band camp, the last day of band camp. So I was getting up early in the morning because I had to get ready for band pictures, and I was listening to a cool version of True Colors by Cyndi Lauper, and there was a mashup later on with a popular Notorious B.I.G. song. And then my dream ended, and then I got up again, and I had trouble with my hair, and Mom was doing it. I looked at my phone. It was already 6:15. And then my dream ended, and then I had another dream. I got up again, and I had another problem that I don't remember having. Those 3 dreams were of me getting ready for band camp. It was like time was taking me back. I had time wanted me to get my hair done perfectly and my makeup done perfectly before I had to go to band camp. I was walking down the streets away from my house, and I was trying to figure out how to cut the music to Fergalicious. In this dream, I was a choreographer, and I wanted to cut those popular dance songs into shorter songs like you do in dance competitions, so the entries won't be too long, If you're a competition dancer, then you understand. So I was walking down the streets away from my house, and I was trying to figure out how to cut the music to Fergalicious for a dance routine, and how many people were going to be in it. I think the song sounded a little altered in the dream. I don't know how much it was altered or sounded different. Right after that, Mom and I were at Walmart and we looked at some cool costumes on our way out, and a worker warned us not to touch the costumes due to COVID-19. I secretly touched one of the little costumes before we left because one of those costumes that I touched, I bet it felt really good, and then I touched it, it felt really good. I was in a movie called, I don't remember what it was specifically called, but I guess I can say Gymnast, and it took place in a nice neighborhood where the main girl lived. Her family, Mom and I, would go to this place and had a cafe like on the main floor, and then upstairs there was the gymnastics place. No, not technically upstairs. You would actually take an elevator that spins you around, kind of. Not in your place, but the place, like the little room, the elevator room, like spin around, and then until you hit the second floor. And the second floor was the gymnastics center, and it was really cool. And the main girl and I had these rainbow hair ties with the rainbow bow on it, and I had trouble putting my hair up in one of those rainbow bow ties because like those hair ties were like really small. And at one point we were on a busy street for something. I was a star for the show called Bop It. It was based entirely on the nostalgic toy we had, probably in the 2000s, but I do remember having it. Others and I were going to stay at a big house, and I was the first to arrive. I went upstairs to choose a bedroom, and I chose the bed in the 5-bed room. Like 5-bed bedroom. Outside at the back porch, someone else arrived trying to kill snakes, and she wanted me to help. I learned from someone that the production was only making this show to be billionaires using a money machine that looked like the Christmas toy from VeggieTales. So I had a friend come with me on a quest to try to kill it. We had to fight it using a hammer underground and stab it out of the tunnel. Later, the money machine turned into a little flying ball and disintegrated a few seconds later. I went back into the house and toured around. I went to the bathroom and went into another bedroom with one bed that fits 3 people and peeked into another room with 2 beds. It's actually kind of funny how I can remember like small little details in my dreams. I just like that about myself. Basically remembering dreams and its details. This was one of the best dreams I've had. I was at a luxury pool center and 3 girls and one of my favorite celebrities were there too. I was one of the younger girls. I was one of the girls, and I didn't want to get my whole body wet, so I went around the entire building and went through the pool steps of all the rooms in the outside pools. One of my 2 other friends was doing something, and she had messy hair. There was a pole in the main indoor pool, and it kind of looked like a fitness pool, but you couldn't really get on it. But we kind of tried it out, and we kind of got in trouble. And one of my favorite celebrities and I sang an entire song together, and I felt comfortable singing a little louder than I was at first, and it felt really good just thinking about it when I woke up from that dream. And I almost got a little emotional waking up for that dream because of that part. It was night, and then later it was nighttime, and time for me to go, and I asked some people to return a floating tube that belonged to somebody. I saw Coach Sanders, one of my favorite teachers from the past in middle school, and he wanted to talk with me a little bit. I was at Mattress Co. in Pelham, and I was looking for a nice bed to sleep on. I was in a world of Aladdin, and the genie led us to a reprise of Friend Like Me, and we had so much fun. I found a deflated beach ball under my bed, and I asked Mom if I could use it, but she said no, it was Lauren's. I argued that she doesn't live here anymore. Yeah, my sister lives with her best friend, and I'm really happy that she's living all right with her best friend. But she doesn't live too far. We can still see each other. So the next day, I tried to get a friend's phone number in my contacts, but I accidentally sent her something I didn't plan on sending, and she responded. And she responded like she was confused, so I apologized. Here's one that I had last morning. I was playing a Sailor Moon game where I had to ride hills and go back to get the coins that followed me. I was in another game, and I was a red and black hooded hero that looked like Harley Quinn, but I wasn't. I'm not a huge fan of Harley Quinn, but I do know her. I don't know how something that was related to her could appear in my dreams. I don't know. Something happened, and I cried about it to 2 girls when I took 5 other girls to an adventure. I can't remember what it was about, but yeah. We went through colorful tunnels to a stadium where I saw my church friends and we sat together. Later, our parents went and I saw my mom, and I got emotional because like in this world, like in my little dream universe, I hadn't seen her in a while and I missed her. I mean, of course I see my mom every day right now, but I was touring big houses with my history teacher last year, who I had last year, and other people. I went upstairs to the houses as usual because I like the second floors of the houses and the basements. There was a viral video of 2 people recreating the pink elephant dance, and I really liked it. So hopefully I can actually come up with something next week. So stay tuned for that. Carly Phoenix out.